watched it all weekend.
Hey, Sam's on the phone. You said he'd call in.
Yeah, he's pissed off.
What?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Robert.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Sam Simon, creator. His name isn't Sam Simon. It's Sam Simon, creator of The Simpsons.
Right. And really, that should go between Sam and Simon.
Sam's one of those guys you got to go, Sam Simon, creator of The Simpsons, and then everybody, oh, okay, all right, then he should be there.
Listen, I went to the show, and Stuttering John, are you allowed to talk about him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because it's going to be bad. This guy...
Yeah, Gary, by the way, Gary told me this story. Maybe you'll let Gary tell the story, and then you can fill in.
Yeah, Sam, let me tell it only because with the FCC, it's hard to tell these days.
Oh, I can do it.
Let Gary do it, but you fill in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, you should start by knowing that John and Artie did a show in Vegas 7 or 8 months ago, and Sam showed up with his girlfriend.
Okay.
And John goes in the bathroom and starts making noises that you can't believe. And, Artie's talking to the girlfriend, and these noises are coming out of there.
Yeah.
And everybody's just sort of like, what does he have to do that here for?
Right.
He comes out, you hear the toilet flush, you know he hasn't washed his hands.
You're talking about this time or the last time?
The last time.
Yeah.
You know he hasn't washed his hands, and he goes right up to Sam's girlfriend, he goes, hi, I'm John, and shakes her hand.
Wow.
So Sam was really offended by that.
Right.
So now he's irritated by John doing that in the first place. So John comes to the show on Saturday night, and we're standing there, John goes, I got to go to the bathroom. And I'm thinking to myself, you're going to be here an hour and a half. Yeah. You just came from somewhere. You're on your way to somewhere. There's a green room that a dozen guys are jammed into.
Yeah.
Eating and drinking,
but we're all jammed in.
There's one little green room for all the comics.
Yeah, that's where everybody has to
And everyone's hanging out.
And the bathrooms in that room.
And he shows up, John. First of all, what he's doing there is beyond my comprehension.
Well, Artie called him and asked him to come down.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay. But, I mean, really, he works on The Tonight Show. Go to the bathroom there.
Or at home or wherever.
Or home or wherever you go to a restaurant.
There's a million places you could go.
So I was near the stage. I walked back, going back and forth between the stage. I walked back by the green room. All the comedians are standing out in the hallway.
Wait. We back up a second.
Okay, because I might have missed something.
The toilet in the green room is separated by two walls that don't go to the ceiling.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
there is virtually it's like a stall in the middle of this room with couches and a dozen people eating and drinking, and he gets up and announces that he needs to move his bowels.
Right.
And goes in there and is as noisy as...
Oh, my God. It's
like an animal. I mean, I've been in Africa. I've been on safari. I've never heard it. I thought he was kidding, actually. But he goes in there. Anyway, go on.
Oh, he's grunting and...
Grunting, expelling, everything.
But Sam brings up a really good point. John has this need to announce. He has to announce, I got to go.
Yeah, because it makes him feel like it's a joke of some kind. Like, in other words, it's okay because he's announcing it.
So by the time I get to the green room, all the comedians are standing out in the hallway, and they're all like, oh, my God, you won't believe what John did. But the worst of it is Sam now is going, I am so offended. I'm so angry. Sam goes, come here, look at this. And he opens the door, and the toilet is just soiled. Even though we flushed it a bunch of times, it's still soiled, like beyond belief.
And he thinks it's funny.
Now he's like a little embarrassed, a little bit. Because
John is still sitting in the room. He's the only one.
John's got a little green room now.
Well, everyone,
the green room to himself.
Everything always is about John, isn't it? Always. That's my main beef.
Also, this room, you say like he should have done it at the Tonight Show. This room is for the people that are working on the show.
Yeah,
cleared it out.
Go to the main bathroom where other people go. Why is he doing that to these comics?
Oh,
it's fine.
But the point is he didn't flush the toilet.
Oh, no, he did. Well, he might have.
He didn't. I know what a flushed toilet looks like.
We had to flush it like 8 or 9 times to get it somewhat.
No. Other people did that.
Right.
He refused to get up off the couch. As a matter of fact, he didn't get up until...
That's just, that's vile.
well, yeah, I think, the Tonight Show did a good thing bringing him on. They really cleaned him up.
Yeah.
Sam was outraged. I'm telling you, he was just so upset.
He made a janitor come with aerosol deodorant and a scrub brush to clean the toilet. By the way, you could see all this in the room. You could see the toilet from the room if the bathroom door was open.
I would have banged his head right through a wall.
Yeah.
I would have just taken his head and pushed it into the wall.
But what makes him think that's okay?
I don't know.
Who the hell does he think he is?
Well, and then the Tonight Show gave him that job. Now he really thinks he's
Right. Now he can come and do that, and you should be pleased.
You should be happy to see him.
He also said Artie's drinking himself to death, and you guys are responsible. You're not doing anything.
He did not say
wonderful.
that. Did he say that, Sam?
After his 10th beer.
After his 10th beer.
Yeah, what's he doing about it?
I don't know.
What's he do for anyone?
I don't know.
Nothing, except go around and use them, and then, you know.
Well, that led to the other big event that happened on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Which is?
So after the show, we all went out to a bar where they served some food, but we'd already eaten, most of us already.
Yeah.
So I think Artie might have ordered something to eat, and John ordered a steak. Now, I wasn't watching any of this. I was on the other side of the table, but I guess there was some discussion. Our marketing director, Michael, again out there, he was a little offended because him and John, he thought they were good friends. And when John got out there, he contacted him like 4 or 5 times. John never returned his call.
Right.
So now he's feeling a little burnt already.
Right. Well, I don't. In all due respect, I don't return John's calls. So that's.
Yeah, but I know that John wanted them to pick up the tab. That's what you're going to.
How did you know that, Robin?
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's a little bit of discussion. The guys are telling me that they're going, oh, we should send John the bill, see the look on his face, take a picture or whatever. And John gets up and starts shaking everyone's hand goodbye, starts to leave, does not offer to pay or anything. Now, not a lot of people ate. I think him and Artie might have been the only 2 people that ate.
Right.
Maybe another person.
Yeah, there you go.
And then there were a lot of people that were like peripheral people that we didn't know who they were, who were ordering drinks. And, you know, Michael didn't feel it was fair for him to pick up the whole bill for this whole gang.
Right.
So John starts to leave, and Michael walks over to him and he says, where are you going? John says, I'm leaving. He says, well, what about, you know, you ate some dinner. What about paying the bill? And John goes, well, I assumed that you were picking up the bill. And that's the part where Michael goes, you know what, John, that's the problem with you. You assume that for everything. You assume people are just doing stuff for you. You don't ask. You don't say anything.
Right.
So then, I think I can say this word, then Michael told John he was acting like a prick. And that got John really upset. Again, I'm on the other end of the table, but at one point I saw them chest to chest, and it looked like they were going to fight.
Right.
And then I guess John told Michael, I thought we were friends. And Michael said to him, well, if you think that me picking up the bill is what a friend is all about, then I don't need any friends like you ever again in my life.
Right.
And I think there was a lot of yelling and arguing and threatening. I think at one point they were going to go up front and fight.
Yeah, if Michael was a friend of John's, he'd know that John doesn't pay for anything.
And Michael's like, John, I'm not here to fight, and you don't want to get me started anyway. And I guess John paid the money, and he left in a huff.
Well, of course he should pay. Well, told me he didn't.
Why should they pay for him?
Wow.
But the funniest part of this whole story was, when I got home last night, John had left a message on my machine. I know he was calling to do damage control, but it's like, Gary, it's John. Hey, what's up, man? Call me. Like, I've never gotten a call from John, so I know he wants to do damage control.
Yeah, well, that's the whole, and he thinks you're dumb.
Everything has a motivation behind it.
Yeah.
So,
when he left here, he was sending me gifts. And I was like, what's that? What are you sending me gifts for?
Gary got a dog?
Yes, I got a dog.
Yeah.
A Vizsla?
Yeah.
And, you know, I like dogs and stuff, so I have a library of these books, so I have a first edition of what is supposed to be the best dog training book, and because I just found out about it, and I pulled it, I wrote an inscription, and gave it to him, and then he left it in the dressing.
Yes, I already called. I was drunk, Sam. I already called to get it back. Did you take it, Sam?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay, because I already called to get it. I'm so sorry.
Nice.
He inscribed this book, Howard. It was so, like, sincere, and I just left it there.
That away.
All right. I'm sorry, Sam. Please send it to
problem.
me.
And,
when I got a dog, I was into these dog training books.
Yeah.
That's always a good gift for somebody, but...
And, Casey, I don't know if this is true or not, but he said he was engaged.
Well, that's a whole other weird thing going on. He was with some girl who had some ring on, but they kept saying it was a joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it was a big ring, and it was an engagement ring.
You know what? I can't deal with the level of insanity around here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get out of town.
Was it a girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a girl.
Wow.
That's the joke.
Sounds like a nutty weekend, boys.
Yeah.